Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Dr. Lee. I come from Bukit Mentajam and right now I'm staying in Kluang, Johor. So welcome to my channel. Today we are at lesson 28 and actually I'm uploading the content actually is my book. So this book is written in 2 languages. This is also because this is upon the request of many of my subscribers who are keen to learn grammar from from the aspect of Bahasa Melayu or English itself. Therefore, this book is written in Bahasa Melayu and English. So I believe that because Bahasa Melayu is our national language, so I'm sure many of us are able to understand Bahasa Melayu, but if you choose to understand in English, is fine, okay, it's perfectly okay with me. So today we are actually at page 72, just one page. You know why? Because there are 16 questions here. If I were to teach 72 and 73, I'm sure we will not be able to complete. This is actually the 3rd video, but still at conditional tense, because conditional tense is quite wide. There are 3 areas you have to focus. We are now at the 2nd area. Now if you look here carefully, if I met Kim, grammatically, looking at the grammatical aspect, when you use the present tense, you need to use will plus the base form. But if you use the past tense, you need to use would plus the past tense. This is number 1. This is the first thing you need to know. So the first thing you need to know is, if we use present tense, we have to use will to accompany this present tense. After the word will, you must use the base form. If you use the past tense, then you need to use would. And after the word would, you also have to use the base form. This is from the grammatical aspect. Now, you might wonder, you might want to ask me, why do we use the present tense and why do we use the past tense? What is the difference? Or are they the same? Well, they are not the same. What is the difference? When we use the present tense, it means it is very likely to happen. For it to happen, like if I meet Kim, maybe 80% I can meet Kim. 80%, 80. That means the chances of meeting Kim is very high. But if I say if I met Kim, I use the past tense, that means not much chance that I can meet him. The chances of meeting Kim is very, very low, maybe 10%. Maybe Kim has moved to another place and I have not been in touch with him. So when I say if I met Kim, it means to say that there is not much chance. I don't think I will meet him. That is why I use the past tense. Do you understand? Okay, so remember, when we use the present tense, and you, we, they, the base form. He, she, it, meets. You need to put an S there. This is the grammar rule. Now, when I use the present tense, I use will, W-I-L-L. Now, some people read well, especially those from Chinese SJKC background. They have this tendency to read well, they will. Then I always change. I say, no, it's will. So not well, it's a will. So if you use the present tense, you use will, that means it can happen. The chances that it happen is very, very high. But if I use the past tense, that means not much chance. The percentage of it happening is very low. Okay, it may not happen. Okay, but the chances of happening is very high. This one, not much chance. Maybe Kim has moved away. Or maybe I have not been in touch with him for a long time. So if I met him, okay, so when I say this, I cannot promise you. Do you understand? Yes? So the exercise. Met is the past tense, so we need to use would plus the base form. Went is the past tense, so we use would stay, would plus the base form. Came is the past tense, so would show, would plus the base form. Rained, past tense, so we say would not go. Would go, would not go is the same. Whether you use will or would, it has to be followed by the base form. Did, past tense, so would not punish. Would punish, would plus the base form. Did again, same, would plus the base form. Tried is the past tense, would plus the base form. All this show us that no chance. The chances of it happening is very, very low. So let me read now. If I met him, I would invite him to my birthday party. Do you think I will meet him? Not much chance. I don't think I will be able to meet him. So I say if I met him. If they went to the village, they will stay with their grandfather. If they went, that means, do you think they will go? No. So when I say like this, it means to say they will not go. If you came, I will show you my collection of stamps. If you came, that means I don't think you will come. When I say this, I don't believe you will come. If it rained, we would not go out. So will it rain? It will not rain. So we will go out. Okay, or we would go out. If he did his homework, his teacher would not punish him. That means when I say this, I think that he did not do his homework. So I say if he did his homework, the chances of him doing his homework is no chance. If we did not sweep the floor, our mother would scold us. That means we always sweep the floor. If I say this, that means we did sweep the floor, so mother would not scold us. But then I imagine if we did not do this, then mother would scold us. So the chances of mother scolding us will be very low. Why? Because when I say this, I don't believe that we would not do it. I believe we would do it. If she tried her best, she would pass her examination. So when I say this, do I believe that she would try her best? No. This one shows that she would not try. So she would fail. Here is the same thing. Had is the past tense, we use would plus the base form. Went is the past tense, so we use would plus the base form. Borrowed is the past tense, so we use would plus the base form. Did not study, did will show you that it is in the past tense, so we need to use would plus the base form. Was is the past tense, so we use would plus the base form. Won, past tense, so we use would buy, would plus the base form. Did, past tense, so we use would plus the base form. Knew is the past tense, so we use would plus tell, base form. Bought is the past tense, so we use would plus where. Where is the base form. Now the complete sentence. If the manager had the time, he would discuss the problem with us. If the manager had the time. When I say like this, you will understand that the manager has no time. So I use had the time. That means no chance he discussed with us. Why? He had no time. That means he is a busy person. So I use had. Meaning to say even now he has no free time. If Mrs. Das went shopping, she would buy herself a pair of shoes. If she went shopping, when I say like this, you will understand that she doesn't go shopping. She will not go shopping. But if she went shopping, she would buy a pair of shoes. If Rosa borrowed a novel, she would lend it to me. If Rosita borrowed past tense, so do you think she would borrow? No. So she would not lend to me. She would not borrow. The chances of her borrowing is very, very low. Maybe 10% she would borrow. If you did not study, you would fail in your examination. That means you study. So I imagine that if you did not study, you would fail. When I say like this, it means to say you study. Because I use did, I don't use do. If you did not study, that means you studied. It's the opposite. If the weather was not so bad, we would jog in the park. If the weather was not so bad, that means if only, so the weather is good. If I won the lottery, or if I won the lottery, actually the correct pronunciation is won. But I also use won. Most of the time we hear people say won. Why? Because English is the second language. So for me, when I teach, I use won. Because I do not want to confuse students who think that I'm saying O-N-E, one. But to senior students, to students who are in the secondary school, senior, I tell them first. I say I would pronounce this word as one. Although you always hear people saying one, then I tell them that that is the correct pronunciation. But to lower secondary or to primary school, I use the word won so that they can differentiate. They will not think of O-N-E. Okay? So if I won the lottery, I would buy a car, a new car. So that means I'm quite sure I have no chance to win. Okay, so I say if I won or if I won. If it did not rain, we would visit our aunt. If it did not rain, I'm imagining if it did not rain. But the chances are it will rain. So I say if it did not rain. So the chances is always the opposite. So the chances that it won't rain is very low. It means raining chance is very high. That is the meaning. If Rosita knew the answer, she would tell us. That means she does not know the answer. The chances that she knows the answer is very, very low. Maybe 10% she knows. 90% she does not know. If Susila bought a new dress, she would wear it to her friend's wedding. Do you think Susila would buy a new dress? No. Maybe 10% she would buy. 90% she would not buy. That is why I use the past tense. When we use the past tense, the chances that it happen is very low. Maybe 10% will happen. 90% will not happen. That is the difference. Meet and met. Meet means 90% I can meet him. Met means 90% I cannot meet him. 10% only I can meet him. Alright? Do you understand? I'm sure you do. Okay? So if you're interested to buy this book, if you want to buy this book, then WhatsApp to me. And if you're interested to learn speaking, how to say certain things, then you can go to my TikTok. These are my accounts, and this is my Instagram. I do teach speaking in my Instagram as well. Actually, they are the same. And you know that I definitely 2024 you will see me in Kuala Lumpur because I'm expanding, and I will be there teaching. I will be there. That means chances 90%. I won't say I would be there. I will be there. So the courses that I offer, I actually teach English, Bahasa Melayu, and Sejarah. I'm good in these three. So for English, I offer kindergarten, primary school, secondary school, and secondary school leavers, English for them. For STPM, for those who are planning to go overseas, IELTS, TOEFL. For university students, for graduates, for working people, for housewives, I offer all. So you can WhatsApp me to contact me, or when I'm there, you can come and see me. If you have any problems, I can solve for you. I can solve your problem. Okay, so that's all from me. After I upload this video, which is the third video on lesson 28, I will be taking a short break. I'm on holiday, so you will not see me on YouTube for maybe 10 to 14 days. Okay, at least 10 days I will not be active because I'm on holiday. I'm resting. So if possible on the 11th day, if not after 2 weeks, you will see me. So this I will upload. After this, I take a short break. Okay, so as I mentioned, if you are interested to learn from me, I do teach online as well. You can always contact me. You know my number. Okay, remember to WhatsApp me. Please do not call, because sometimes I may be teaching. So when the phone rings, I'm unable to pick up. Not to say I don't want to answer, but I cannot because I'm busy teaching. So you don't know my timetable, so you may be calling at the time I'm having a class. So the best way would be to WhatsApp me. Then when in my free time, I will reply. Okay, so that's all. I will see you again in my next video. This video, as I mentioned, I will upload. After this video, I take a short break because I'm on holiday, and after that, I will get back to you again. Alright, so remember to give me a like, share and subscribe, and until then, goodbye.